Jack McCall came through the door of the number 10 saloon with a cap and ball Colt 44 in his hand, aimed it at the man playing cards with his back to the door, and pulled the trigger. Around here, they still remember that black aces and black eights were the dead man's hand. The dead man was Wild Bill Hickok. A lot is said and written these days about the myth of violence in the Old West. In Deadwood, it was no myth.
So beat the drum slowly and play the fife low. Sing the death march as they carry me along. Please take me to the valley, lay the sod on. For I'm a young cowboy and know I've done wrong.
These nights at the number 10, Kenny Miller and Stu Ferguson still sing and play that old song about death and burial on the frontier. The very walls around them celebrate the horse thieves and claim jumpers and gunfighters and stagecoach robbers who crowded in here 100 years ago after the discovery of gold in Deadwood Gulch.
I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he said as I boldly walked by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. Hot in the back and I know I must die.
There is Wild Bill, who was shot in the back. And there is Crooked-Nosed Jack McCall, who shot him. There is Potato Creek Johnny Perrette, who once found a nugget as big as his fist. And Poker Alice Tubbs, who settled card table disputes with her 6 guns. And Calamity Jane, bullwhacker, camp follower, Indian fighter, who once posed as a lady, but who never wished to be one.
So fetch me some water, a cool cup of water, to cool my parched lips, the poor cowboy said. But before I returned, the spirit had left him, gone to his master, the poor cowboy died.
Death and Deadwood were partners from the beginning. The Black Hills were stolen from the Sioux in the first place, and for a time the Sioux resisted, so some of the earliest settlers were killed in Indian attacks. After that, people died in gunfights and holdups and hangings, and in fires and floods and epidemics. Respectability was mighty slow in coming to Deadwood, and to tell you the truth, it hasn't entirely arrived yet. Some of the houses in town have always been houses, if you know what I mean, and still are. And if you're in the mood for a friendly game of 5-card draw, why, all you need to do is wander into certain back rooms. And it hasn't been too awfully long since the last shooting on Main Street. Deadwood welcomes strangers now, but still wears its Stetson low over its eyes and remembers its beginnings.
Beat the drum slowly and play the fife low. Sing the death march as they carry me along. Please take me to the valley and lay the sod on me. For I'm a young cowboy and know I've done wrong.
Charles Kuralt, CBS News, on the road to 76 in South Dakota.